Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the talk show that lets you know what's going on in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and I'll start off with what's going on in the Adult Services Department.
Sounds good.
So, June, we have Rob has put up some really interesting programs. The first one is 3D Printing and the Future of Manufacturing, presented by Aaron Hartman of Steel City 3D Printing. Learn how 3D printing is going to change the world, particularly the manufacturing world. He'll do a short lecture and then a demonstration. It's kind of like a beginner's guide to 3D printing. You will see him create a part right before your eyes. So that's Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. On Saturday, June 6th, we have Winners Workshop, 7 Secrets to Success and Leadership. This is David Loschhelder. He provides peak performance strategies. We've had him at the library before. These strategies help you reach your full potential, whether you're trying to move ahead in your career, lose 20 pounds.
Hello, that's me.
So he'll help provide this roadmap for success. He provides you with 7 tools to assist you in maintaining a peak performance state called the zone. So that's Saturday, June 6th at 11 a.m. We have a program called Laugh the Stress Away. After Mary Mullen left, we no longer have Laughter Club.
Yes.
Yeah, none of us are certified laughter, what they call you?
Certified laughter, certified laughter readers. That's a program we did, for the kids.
Well, anyhow, we no longer have a
certified
certified
laughter leader.
Laughter leader. But we have a program coming called Laugh the Stress Away. This will be Saturday, June 13th at 11 a.m. This is presented by Sharon Hamovitz. And besides being fun, laughter has great health benefits, as Mary used to always tell us, both mental and physical. It helps you let go of irritants, of course, reduce stress, improve relationships at home and work, helps to raise your self-esteem, learn to lighten up and laugh, and feel good about yourself. I really like.
That sounds like a great program.
I know.
Because I think everybody needs a little bit more laughter in their life.
I agree, and I really like whenever I get into a laugh that I just can't stop.
Yes.
It makes you feel. That really does make you feel good.
So what they say is true. Laughter is the best medicine.
Absolutely. So Saturday, June 13th at 11, Laugh the Stress Away. And then we have sports author and historian Jim O'Brien, who has written many, many books about the Pirates and the Steelers. He will be here to talk about his new book, Golden Arms, 6 Hall of Fame Quarterbacks from Western PA. Jim O'Brien is the only Pittsburgher named to the U.S. Basketball Writers Hall of Fame and has also won the Bob Prince Award, the Vector's David L. Lawrence Award, and was inducted into the Western chapter of the PA Sports Hall of Fame. So he will be here to talk about his newest book on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m.
I've read a few of his books. I've never got to meet him in person.
I have met him. He did a program for us last year that I actually scheduled. He called me and I scheduled because usually Rob does all of our scheduling. And when he contacted me this year, I said, well, I'm going to give it to Rob so he can.
So here's a question. I think I know the answer, but I think Jerry, my son, might be interested in something like that.
Yes.
It's an adult program. Could teens attend?
Yeah, teens absolutely could attend. Yeah, I would say most of our
programs. So does it mention who the 6 quarterbacks are?
Not in this little blurb, but...
Isn't Dan Marino?
Yes.
Do you think he made it?
Yes, I do.
Isn't Joe Namath?
Yes. All I can picture, Joe Namath is the legs pantyhose commercial. You're probably too young.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Anyone remembers the Joe Namath pantyhose commercial? Come in and we'll laugh about it.
There you go.
We have a program on dog aggression presented by Chartier's Custom Pet Cremation and Penny Lane or Aunt Penny's. This is a free 2-hour course to help you not only understand aggressive behavior in dogs, but to help you handle it either in your own pet or if you encounter it in a strange dog. That's always my fear. Strange dog. I love animals and I go up and pet every one of them, but the class will cover the types and signs of aggression and predicting aggression through body language, which we all know. I mean, I know I'm a cat person, but I know exactly what my cats are going to do just based on their body language.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. I wouldn't. I'm not an animal person.
Yeah.
I haven't, we didn't have pets growing up. I don't have any now, so I don't know that I'd be able to read an animal's body language.
Yeah. It's interesting. You can tell so much. Also, how to prepare for a walk with your dog and what to do if your dog is attacked, which happens. Rob's dog was
I remember hearing about that, yes.
Robbie's dog.
Yeah.
So dog aggression will be on Wednesday, June 24th at 7 p.m. I don't know if they're actually bringing any dogs in. That's always my favorite when we have animals come into the library. A few ongoing programs that I'd just like to highlight. Conversation Salon is on the first and third Friday of each month at 10 a.m. You just come in. Carla usually has a current topic to start off with, and then the conversation just goes from there. So it's just the simple joy of conversation. You get to freely express your thoughts and opinions. So that is first and third Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Our Button Club meets the fourth Wednesday of the month at 11 a.m. Buttons are just really cool. I have a whole old cooking tin full of my grandma's old buttons. I just like to look at them. And that's kind of what they do. And sometimes they bring a speaker in to talk about a particular era. We have our knitting group that meets on Wednesdays at 6:30 in the evening in the fireplace room. A lively bunch. If you are interested in learning how to knit or just want some companionship while you knit, the ladies there, and gentlemen, there's actually a few guys that come too, are very helpful and willing to help you learn. Scrabble Club meets every Tuesday at 1 p.m. That's a fun group too. And not to forget the one-on-one computer classes taught by Ed. So you can learn about basic internet, advanced internet, email, Word, bring your e-reader. I just bought my mom a new Kindle the other day, and Ed has promised to teach her how to download from Overdrive because I apparently don't have I can do it with strangers, can't help my mother. But you must register at the reference desk or give the library a call. Also, summer reading is coming up. For adults, you can either register in person or online and submit what you have read, the title that you have read. You can also listen to audiobooks, no magazines, no newspapers. But each week there's a random drawing for a $25 gift card, and at the end of the program, our grand prize is a drone. So hopefully you'll want to join. I know I always do, although staff is not eligible for prizes, but I still like to participate. And then other thing I want to talk about is Bethel Park Community Night at Consol Energy? I don't know.
Yeah,
in Washington Wild Things is Saturday, June 20th, where the Washington Wild Things take on the Frontier Grays at 7:05. 50% of all tickets sold for this evening will come back to the library and the Recreation Department. This is a joint program between the Recreation Department and the library. Tickets are $10, and you can get parking for $3. We do have forms in the library and at the community center for you to get your tickets. We don't have tickets here. You order them, and they'll be available at will call that evening. So that is what's going on in the adult side. So what's going on? Oh, Miss Superhero!
Oh, I turned into Super Reader, didn't I?
Nice.
For your eyes. Yes, so we are gearing up for summer reading over in the children's department as well. So I thought I'd wear my little get up here, our costume, which you generously ordered for all staff members. I'm so excited that during the summer, every Friday will be Superhero Friday. So if you stop in to visit us on a Friday morning or afternoon, you will see us all, almost all, in capes and masks and the awesome
armbands
as well.
Yes.
I'm so pumped. So before I begin with our children's stuff, I just want to say we've been doing a lot of school outreach visits,
yes.
Promoting the summer reading in general. And I was there over at Lincoln Elementary just last week, and one of the staff personnel over there was so excited and asked me when she can start reading for the adult reading club.
Good.
She hasn't won yet, but she's done it every year. So I said, maybe this year is your year. So it is. It's a wonderful program.
It is.
Great prizes, and that drone is pretty cool as a grand prize
The
this
drone
year.
is very cool. I kind of want to play with it, but hands off.
Hands off.
Yeah.
All right, so our kickoff, we're actually starting a week later than Rob is with the adults, but our kickoff event is on Saturday, June 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. It is a Comic-Con event, so we're inviting you to come in costume as well, your entire family. Get all dressed up and come join us. I just talked to Josh Verbantis from Josh and Gab today. Well, sort of. We missed each other, but we emailed, and he confirmed his performance. We are so excited to have Josh and Gab live in concert here on the 13th, and they are going to begin playing right at 6 p.m. So make sure you show up on time for this event. After the performance, that's a great time to stop by our desk, pick up your summer reading packet, get all of your instructions, and start playing bingo. I know we mentioned on the last show, how we've been doing summer reading the last couple of years. We devised 3 separate bingo cards, one for the birth through preschool crowd, one for the elementary age kids, and then one for our tweens and teens. So each card differs in its activities, but the idea is the same. You fill in your activities, you play to win. Once you have 5 in a row, you come get a prize. And there's some fabulous giveaways this year for all ages. The tweens and teens are going to have the pleasure of choosing a mystery envelope again, so they're kind of choosing their own destiny. They don't know what they're going to get, but once they have the bingo, they choose an envelope and then be surprised with what's inside. And someone asked me, I had a lot of great questions during these school visits, a lot of really good questions. And a couple of people from different classes asked me, are you guaranteed something in an envelope? Absolutely. I said, we're not that mean. We wouldn't put, sorry, you lose, or try again. No, if you get a bingo, you automatically get something. You just don't know what it is until you open it. And there's no trade backs. Once you pick that envelope, what you get is what you get.
Yes. And there's some great stuff. Great stuff in those envelopes.
I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to take my mask off for just the rest of the show because I'm a little more comfortable and I can actually see better. But so I'm going to make a concentrated effort to speak more slowly because I have to give a shout out to my neighbor, Mr. James. Hi, Mr. James, and thank you for being a faithful viewer. He's a great neighbor. Talk about he's the best. Mrs. James too. Grew up with them, because I'm on the same street that I grew up in, and they have been our neighbors forever, and he watches this show, but he did tell me, Elaine, you have a lot of great things to say, but you talk way too fast.
Yes,
so, Mr. James, I am making a concentrated effort just for you. Again, thank you for watching, and thank you for the advice. So we talked about the Kickoff Comic-Con. We're also having, at the end of the summer, a first ever family talent show. So we've done talent shows in the past. This is a family talent show where we really want to encourage families to participate together. If you can't get everybody on board, maybe 1 or 2 of your brothers or sisters, maybe mom will do something with you. If mom's shy, maybe dad will get on stage with you. But perform an act together. And I'm excited because we are going to be, so I've been telling the kids when I go on these school visits that, I have 2 sons, I have my family at home. But the library is my second family I'm so blessed to have. So we're doing
something. Not sure yet what it is,
Still
but we
in the
will
planning
be
stages.
In the talent show as well. Lucky you.
Yes, so that is scheduled for Friday, August 14th at 7 p.m. That's a don't miss event. Once you sign up, we will let you know as it gets closer where that will be held. We're not sure if it'll be here in the library or over at the community center, but the date is definitely set. So again, Friday, August 14th. Start planning. You have all summer to practice. Mm-hmm. And that's for all ages. Other things, and there really is so much to talk about, but other programs just to highlight because the theme is hero, we're doing a Captain Underpants Club. Very excited for that. Sports heroes, which is, we want to celebrate heroes of all kinds. You have your military heroes, you have your superheroes, you have your everyday, your neighborhood heroes, your, those heroes that live right here in the community, like our Bethel Park police officers and firefighters. And then there's the hero athletes. But we're going to be focusing on those athletes who not only excel in their sport, but do great things off of the court or off the field or off the ice, whatever the case may be. So that'll be a fun program. That's Tuesday, July 14th. Superhero Club. Lynn, for the younger kids, is doing TMNT, which stands for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, can you name all 4?
Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo.
I'm impressed.
And my nephews were in the first wave of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So you're missing, I think,
Raphael, Donatello.
Leonardo's the blue guy.
I don't remember. Michelangelo.
Yeah. So for K through 2, for the younger age, Miss Lynn is putting together a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle party that you won't want to miss. For our older kids, we're doing a Percy Jackson book club. Have you read that series?
I have not.
It's a good one. I think you might like it.
Yeah, I probably would.
Mythological fantasy, very well written. and again, just so much to talk about. Make a superhero movie. You can come learn how to use green screens and stop motion animation and put together a little movie together with another group of tweens and teens that will air right here on BPTV. So that's kind of exciting. Just a slew of programming. So when you sign up on the 13th or anytime thereafter, again, you're going to get a packet with all this information inside. If you can't wait till the 13th, I encourage you to stop in and pick up one of these flyers that we have available at the children's desk.
Or also online.
Online at bethelparklibrary.org. So,
We have a guest.
I guess that wraps things up. Stay tuned for our guest. I'm so excited to have Dan Gallagher on the show with us today. We'll be back. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Joining us now is Dan Gallagher from AMF Mount Lebanon Lanes. Thank you so much for being on today's show.
You're welcome.
We're thrilled to have you here. Dan and I started our partnership about, what did we decide, 5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah.
And we are thrilled for his support of our summer reading program. So every year, Dan and Lynn Field over at AMF Lanes, have to give a shout out to Lynn, help us put together our end of the year celebration for those kids who participate in our summer reading program. So they are very generous in giving us free bowling, not just for the child, but for their entire family.
That's correct.
So it's 2 free games of bowling, shoe rental included, so it couldn't get any better. So we thank you again, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the stuff that you brought with you today?
All right. Well, one thing, as you know, as you're giving out to the students and such, we did give out they're limited, but they're a free game a day for children under 16. And so those who come to the libraries in the area will get one of these. And
I actually did just have a question on that this morning because it's not printed on there, but it's 16 and under, or they have to be under 16?
It's under 16.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
right. It's called a student ball pass, but it just gives them a free game a day all the way from May 18th through Labor Day.
That's
Actually.
awesome.
I have a friend whose kid got one of those.
Yeah,
He's
it's a
very,
good deal.
they were very excited.
Well, it's a lead-in to what we have going on for the summer, and it's our Summer Games pass. And what's neat about this is you have to do the math financially, actually. To come in our center and bowl 2 games and rent shoes during prime time, which is the weekend, or during the evenings during the week, it would cost somebody a little over $13 to bowl 2 games and rent shoes. Mm-hmm. And we're offering a summer pass for children under 16. They pay $21.95, and an adult will pay $26.95. And what this entitles them to is 3 games a day all summer long.
Oh, wow.
That's an incredible. That seems too good to be true, actually, right?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
is there a catch? I mean, because I'm sure our viewers are wondering the same thing.
No catch at all. As you know, we're in a climate that has definitive seasons. It's not Florida where you can do pretty much all you want all year long. But here, bowling is very prominent during September through April. Okay, because there's not much else to do. And so in the summertime, people tend to do a lot of outdoor things because they couldn't for several months. So we like to drive traffic with this into our center. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's really no catch. We just want to get people to come in and catch the fever of bowling during the summertime. And so if you come in and bowl twice, you've more than paid for what this costs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, but you get 3 games a day all summer long. Now, when you do come in, if you order some food or beverage, of course you would have to pay for that. Right. We definitely want people to order food and beverage. But what it also allows us to do with the people who come in is offer them other programs that we have. And like specifically for youth, we have a program that runs from September through the end of April, early May. Not everybody knows this, but bowling is the only sport in the country that gives scholarship money to each child at the end of every season.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you to speak about that because when I talked to you, whatever it was, last month, that fascinated me. I had no idea.
Yeah,
So
if somebody's in baseball or basketball, they're going through other programs, travel leagues, what have you, and they're hoping that they catch the eye of a recruiter. Mm-hmm. Whereas in bowling, our youth program, which is USBC sanctioned, United States Bowling Congress, and they bowl and try and earn achievements throughout the season. So they're being taught by a former tour bowler, Ben Lewis, my assistant general manager, he has over 3,300s, which is a perfect game. He's very humble. He wouldn't talk about that much, but it's quite an achievement. Okay, but they're being taught by somebody very, very good. He also runs the Western Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, and it does the same thing. They have tournaments where these kids can get involved and earn scholarship money. The scholarship money that they earn goes into what's called a SMART account through the USBC, and it cannot be touched until they go to school, until they come of age. And the junior program that I'm talking about runs from age 7 to age 20.
I had a former employee when I was at Baldwin that bowled, and I was like, Dave, why are you bowling? Is your mom making you bowl? He's like, no, I get scholarship money. So I did know something about it. I didn't know exactly the mechanics,
But everyone, like we had about 40 children in our program this past year, and each one of those children will get money. Now, some may get
really
more
great.
than others depending on their achievements, if they pay attention, learn, and what have you, but each one of those children will get money put into a SMART account.
That's
wonderful.
fantastic.
So it's the only sport in the country that does that. And
So
there are
how
kids that
would-
become, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
There are kids that become so good and get involved and really catch that fever that they've paid for their college education. And you
Is there
could-
bowling at colleges? Like,
Yes. Yes, Robert Morris actually has a team.
Huh, I did not know that either.
So how would kids go about signing up for this program then?
All they would have to do, as with this program, is contact our bowling center, 412-854-0600. Our email address is mountlebanonlanes@amf.com. Mount, though, is just MT. So mtlebanonlanes@amf.com. Apple Mary Francis, amf.com.
There we go.
Wonderful.
All right. So we are very much looking forward to our end of the year party on Wednesday, August 19th. And to be invited to that party, folks at home, you're going to want to achieve a coverall bingo on your bingo card, which we talked about earlier on the show. Cover that card and you'll get your invitation to join us on Wednesday, August 19th. We love coming there. I know I visited even when I'm not with the library, so it's just a fun place to be.
It is.
What's your favorite part of working there?
Just people. I love being around people and talking with them, interacting with them. And we have leagues and
That's what we need. We need a library
And we
league.
do want to start that. You have to help us out with that.
Oh,
We'll have to
leagues.
talk after the show.
you could even do leagues that actually generate fundraising.
Even
the league
better.
itself raises money for your cause.
Even better. Got to get all of these library staff together.
Get them all on board.
I can only do 2 games, and my elbow starts to hurt.
Well, usually it's 3 games that you bowl.
Oh, that last one, I'm going to have to be like rolling it.
I'll make sure I'm not on your team.
Oh, thanks, Elaine.
Well, we look forward to having you in August too.
We're
So
so excited. So thanks again for being here.
you're welcome.
And,
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
having me
soon.
on.
Stay tuned. We thank you for joining us on today's show. And as always, if you'd like any more information about the things that we talked about today, please feel free to give us a call.
Or visit our website.
Or better yet, stop in and see us in person. We're leaving you today with a past program highlight from the Children's Choice Awards, which is the event that we do every year. I believe we're on our 4th year. It is for children in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade. They were asked to read at least 5 of 10 selected books, write book summaries, or design a poster on 2 of those books, and then take the time to vote at rcsclubhouse.org. There were only 10 students who accomplished that this year. We're so proud of them. We celebrated with them at a pizza party / magic show just last week, and we had a lot of fun. So enjoy the footage from that event, and we'll see you soon. I just want to say welcome and thank you for coming tonight. Also, congratulations for being here tonight. I want you to take a quick look around the room. You can count quickly in your head how many of you there are. Not many, right? So my point is, congratulations for being here, because what you accomplished was a difficult task, and you guys did it, and you should be proud of yourselves. Out of all the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders here in Bethel Park, 10 of you completed what we asked. So kudos. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yay! And I'm glad to see that some of you brought a friend. If you didn't do it this year, friends, maybe you'll be interested in joining CCA next year, because it is a lot of fun, and there's always 10 great selected books. So, thank you for coming. Congratulations for coming. Please enjoy your pizza, and if you are up for it, I'll be around in a little bit to get your opinions, see what you think about everything, and see if you have a prediction to what this year's winner is going to be. So let's interview Caitlin Clockerty first. Did I say that right? Clockerty. Caitlin Clockerty, who is a patron, longtime patron here at the Bethel Park Library. How long do you think you've been coming to this library?
Over 8 years.
Yeah, since you were little, right? I'm pretty sure you started when you were in preschool. This is your first time participating in CCA, correct?
Yeah.
What did you think of the books? Tell me which one was your favorite.
I liked them all, and I thought Zoo at the Edge of the World was the best.
So I'm assuming you voted for Zoo at the Edge of the World? Okay. All right, so we'll see if that indeed is tonight's winner. Time shall tell. We will announce the winner in just about a little less than an hour. Okay, well, thanks for coming and enjoy your pizza. And joining me now is Jeffrey Gruska. He brought his sister Lindsay as his guest tonight. Can you wave a little hello, Lindsay, to everybody at home? Great. Jeffrey, I want to know what you're most excited for tonight. You made it all the way here. You accomplished a lot. You're here now to celebrate. What are you most looking forward to?
To see which book wins.
He wants to know the winner. Am I keeping you in suspense? You have like another 40 minutes to wait. Which book are you hoping wins?
Loot.
Loot by Jude Watson. Okay, you enjoying your pizza?
Yeah.
Great. We also have a magician coming in just a little while to entertain you and some activities for you all later. So we do thank you for being here and congratulations again. With me now is Grace Gailey, a sixth grader at Neil Armstrong Middle School, correct? Grace actually is our recent winner of the poetry contest that we held in April. So congratulations on that. I forgot to mention that earlier. And she's joining us for the first time for CCA. And I'm interested in knowing which book you voted for.
I voted for The Night Gardener. I like the suspense in it.
It did have a lot of suspense, didn't it? That one, I mean, I like spooky. That one was like almost a little too spooky at times. I mean, it was pretty creepy. Did you know that Jonathan Auxier, the author of that book, is a local guy? He lives here in Pittsburgh, and he actually visited the Bethel Park Public Library last year. So we're very excited to hear his thoughts. If he does win, maybe he'd be interested in coming back for a visit. Who knows? But he is. He's a local guy. We met him last year. He's really cool. He's funny. I think you would like him. What made you decide to do it this year?
Well, the choice last year when I learned about the program, really, it was geared towards a younger audience.
Okay.
This year it's geared towards older kids.
So you liked the selection of books. How many out of the 10 did you read?
I read 6.
Awesome. And which one was your favorite? Tell me which one you voted for.
5 Kingdoms Sky Raiders.
Okay, that was a popular one. I know Miss Lynn liked that one. So, all right. Well, like I said, we will find out shortly who the winner is. Thanks for being here, Lloyd. Enjoy your pizza. Because as Grace and I talked a little bit earlier during our interview, it is rather creepy, but it's not too scary. Like, I don't think it's going to give you nightmares. It's just a good, suspenseful, little bit spooky of a read. Again, by Jonathan Auxier, local author. We're thrilled that he won. He was our visitor, our guest speaker last year, and we were really excited that his book was the winner for this year, 2015.